Happy crafternoon, everyone. I am Gina from Gina K Designs, and it's great to see all of you coming in from all around the world. Today, we have something really fun to share with you, and I'm shaking. I'm so excited. Tom, come in and say hello to everybody today.
Boy, hi, everybody.
Hey, look at you and me all in purple.
This girl has been running around having all kinds of fun this week. Boy. Yeah.
I'm like nervous and excited. I can't even stand it. And it's been okay. So we have to just tell everybody that we've been working on this for over a year, and the anticipation has just been killing me. And when it arrived, oh my goodness, I just wanted to just go live that day, but we had to wait a little bit. We actually made a decision to release it earlier than we were planning to. And I'll tell you about that in a little bit. But isn't this an exciting day, Tom?
It certainly is. Yeah.
Well, hopefully you guys are going to love this as much as I do. And I thought that I would begin today's live by going through the hints and telling you what each hint means, and then we'll reveal the product. Okay. And some of you were pretty close. Some of you guessed it. Some of you were so way off, but honestly, I was laughing so hard at your guesses in the Facebook group. Oh my gosh, some of you were hysterical. And I just loved how when the next hint would come, you know, some of you would be like, well, now I'm lost. There goes my idea. I was laughing for the last 2 days. So thank you for that. That really, really, that really helped make the time pass. Okay. So how about if we start with the first clue, Tom? I had posted this in the group, and this is a celebration. So what you see fluttering down is actually something that's in this product. And the fact that it's a celebration is actually something that's in this product. So that was the first hint. It's not the product itself, but it's something that's in the product. So that was our first hint. Now, Tom, you got to go big again to me because we got to go to the second clue. All right. So yes. And I'm going to explain to you guys also about why purple. I'm going to explain that in a little bit. Okay. So let's go to the second clue that I posted. Okay. So this was the second clue that I posted, and that is what you're looking at is an amethyst. That's amethyst crystals. And the reason why, obviously, I think you guys all get it, that this item is a purple. And I'm going to tell you about why I chose purple in a little bit, but amethyst is the color of this item. Wow, I think this shirt actually really matches. Let me tell you about my shirt. I was so excited. I ran to Walmart to get groceries, and this shirt was at Walmart for $8, and I saw it there, and I was like, I don't have a shirt. I got to get a shirt, and I grabbed this one. So this is my $8 Walmart shirt. So if anybody's looking for a nice purple shirt and you have $8, you can wear it too. Okay, so now clue 3 threw a bunch of people because everybody was like, okay, you know, I've seen this purple. I think it's a purple ink, or I think it's purple cardstock. I saw all kinds of things that people are thinking that it is. And I'm not saying you're right or wrong, but then I threw this clue in. And this clue has something to do with what you need. You actually probably are going to need a pair of sunglasses for what this produces, because it's pretty vibrant. Okay. All right. So that was clue 3. And then clue 4 That's when a lot of you really made me laugh, because you just kind of threw up your hands and you're like, I don't know. Although some of you thought maybe it was like a gold or silver metallic ink, but this was clue 4, or I think clue 4 or 5. I don't know where we're at, but this is actually another product that's included. So not actual silver and gold bars. If I could, I would, but this is a product that is also included. So we've got the first screen that has product included, and we have that which is product included. Now let's do our final screen. And this is where a lot of you really made me laugh and you just said good night. Oh no, this one. Okay, so this one, this is a conveyor belt, I believe. Is that some kind of conveyor belt thing, Tom?
Sure.
Okay. So when I say this, a lot of you are going to know right away, but these are rollers. And this particular thing has 4 of them. Okay.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Getting closer.
All right. So now let's go to the final clue. And this was the one that people were like, oh, good night. I'm going to bed. I just had to do this last one. Okay. So this clue here, a lot of you don't know what this is. And I thought, well, maybe you would, Google it or whatever. These are actually fuses. They're car fuses, auto fuses. But I was looking at fuses and I couldn't find anything that was pretty. A lot of them were like just plain clear things, and there were breaker boxes and stuff, and I didn't want to use that. And this was colorful and like a rainbow. So these are fuses. So here we go. Are you guys ready? You ready, Tom? He's almost ready. So here it is, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the brand new Gina K Designs Fuse Foiling System.
Yay!
Here it is.
Woo!
Yay! I am so excited about this. I can't even begin to tell you. And you get everything that you see in that picture. And I'm going to talk about all the different things that are in there. Oh my goodness. You guys, I'm so excited. So let me tell you first about why I chose purple. Okay. So I decided that I wanted to do something special for my birthday. And my birthday is in February. So I decided to go with the color of my birthstone. Now, you guys know that teal is one of my favorite colors. My company is teal. But also, my other favorite color for a different reason is amethyst, purple. And that's because amethyst stones mean so much to me. The very first piece of jewelry that my mom and dad ever gave me was an amethyst ring. And I treasured that ring so much because it was like my first real piece of jewelry. And it was my birthstone. My birthday's in February. So we ordered this to actually release it in February, but it came so early and I didn't have the heart to just let it sit in the warehouse, and we just had to release it early. So we're celebrating my birthday in October, and we'll celebrate my birthday in February with something different. Now, I want to tell you a little bit about amethyst and one of the reasons why I love it so much. I really love crystals, and I've told you guys that before. Crystals are very near and dear to my heart. They really create a sense of peace for me. And amethyst is one of the crystals that I have the most of in my house. I collect it. You may see it sometimes when you go to a beautiful restaurant. They might have a big crystal piece in the front, an amethyst piece. It just exudes peace. It just sends off a peaceful energy. And crafting is where I go for peace. And with everything that's going on in our world today, I feel like we need peace. We need to find our peace. We need to be able to shut everything off from the outside and have a place where we can go and just feel peace. So I actually brought some of my amethyst collection to show you, and I'll show you the one that inspired the color. So let's go to the overhead. These are some of my amethyst pieces that I love so much. So this one was probably one of my very first ones. I love the color. I love the sparkle of it. And then I'm a big heart girl. So I saw these 2 different amethysts, and you see how they're like all different colors. Some are very dark and some are very pale. I love hearts. So these are my 2 heart crystals. And these actually, this one sits in my studio. This one sits by my bathtub. That's where I go when I just have had enough and I take a hot bath and I look at my amethyst crystal. This one, so you're supposed to, when it comes to crystals, you're supposed to meditate with them. And this is a good meditation stone where you just hold it and you think about peaceful things. So I love this one. I think it's beautiful. This little one has a rainbow in it. And I think I've showed you the rainbow before. It's very hard to capture on the screen, but this one, I think I just saw it go by. But this amethyst, this rainbow, reminds me that the rainbows in crystals only happen where the stone is cracked. So even though I have some other crystals like this citrine that's perfectly clear, it's not as beautiful as the one that has the cracks, the one that has the damage, the one that has the experience. That's where the rainbows come in. So I love this little one. This one sits actually right here on my stamping table during every live. This one sits by my bed. I have this one right on my nightstand, and I just love it. I love that little one. This one is beautiful too. It's got a huge rainbow in the center. And this one, when you want to feel peace, you're supposed to meditate with the point facing toward you, and it's supposed to send all that peaceful energy toward you. And then this one, I love this one because it has this weird thing here, and I feel like it's an eye. I feel like it looks at me. So sometimes I just put it up on the shelf. I have a stand for it, and I feel like she's looking at me. She's protecting me. So this is one of my other favorite crystals. But this one is called an amethyst aura. And this one is probably my favorite. And this one is the one that we modeled the color of the fuse after. So you see that beautiful light amethyst, and that is what the fuse is. Okay, so enough about crystals. I'm going to move my crystals out of the way here. I have so many of them. I love them. And I know a lot of you do too, because you send me pictures and stuff. Okay, so now let me tell you about this machine and like all the little facts about it. So you guys know that originally let's go to the front shot for a second. I originally, many, many years ago, it was probably maybe 9 years ago now, I had a product that I developed that I was selling in my store called foilables. And I started foilables. They were black and white toner sheets, and they had all different designs on them, and I called them foilables. And I had those for about 2 years. And my friend Dawn, who I just love, Dawn Gehring, she is actually, she works for ThermoWeb. And at the time, Dawn and I have been friends for a million years because Dawn worked for Crafts and Things magazine and used to ask me for projects all the time. So we've known each other since my company started, probably 17 years ago. And Dawn reached out to me and she said, because I was using all ThermoWeb deco-foil. It's my favorite, my ride or die. I think it's the highest quality foil. And that's why they make my foil, because I know it's foolproof. And I spoke to Dawn, and Dawn said to me, hey, I would love you to meet Scott from ThermoWeb and see if you would like to do a line of your foilables with ThermoWeb. And I thought, oh, that would be really cool. And I brought the product to ThermoWeb, and they thought it was a great idea. They loved it. And then I got to meet Sue, who is she's one of my ride or dies. I love Sue Doherty. And you probably know Sue because she makes beautiful foiled cards and shares them all over the stamping groups. So I had my little team there at ThermoWeb, and I came up with a bunch of designs, and I got to showcase my foilables at Creativation. But we changed the name from Foilable to Foil Mates because I felt like that was a better name. It explained that they were a mate to foil. You put them together and they fused together and became one. But the biggest problem that I always had, and a lot of us have had, is finding that right laminator. So I decided after, well, it was before I released the poly glaze, I decided it was time for Gina K Designs to have a foiling machine that was going to be the Rolls Royce of foiling machines. So I found the top manufacturer in the world for foiling laminators. And we came out with this beauty right here, the Fuse. So I'm going to tell you all the details about it. First of all, it's got a little on and off switch in the back, and it also has a jam release here. So if your anything jams in there, you can hit the jam release and it will run it backwards and make it come out, which is nice. So I'm going to turn that on. All right, now, this is a 4-roller system. There's only one other foil machine out there that is a 4-roller system. It was very important to me to have 4 rollers. And the reason that you want 4 rollers is because it gives you twice the heat and twice the pressure of a regular office laminator. That's why it works so much better. Those 4 rollers, they have extra heat, they have extra pressure. You get heat from the top, you get heat from the bottom, and you get perfect foiling every time. Now, it's got 5 different settings. Well, it actually has 6 different settings. We're going to take it up to setting 3, because setting 3 is what you're going to need for your average poly glaze or toner card fronts. But you can go all the way down to 0 or 1. Well, you can go to 1, and that will be just very light heat for things like vellum and things like that. You can go all the way up to 5 for thicker materials like heavy base weight cardstock and lightweight chipboard. And then 0 will give you more of a cold laminate. And there are cold laminating products out there, like if you want to laminate recipe cards and you don't want to use heat for that. I don't know why you wouldn't want to use heat. I like using heat for everything, but we made sure that it was on there. Now, this is an instant warm-up. No more waiting 30 minutes for a laminator to heat up. This is going to heat up almost instantly. Just a few minutes. You got to give it a few minutes, but as soon as this light turns green, it will be ready to go. It works with any foil that's designed for laminating style foiling. So it's not going to work with your hot foil for those foil plates. It won't work with that, just like any laminator won't work with that. But it will work with any foil that's made for laminating. But I'm going to recommend the ThermoWeb deco-foil. That is my ride or die foil, and that is what I recommend for all. You can use fancy foils, or let me just show you. You can use fancy foils, or you can use the deco-foil that comes in these tubes. Okay? All right. So then I'm going to kind of do a little unboxing thing. So I'm going to put this aside for a second, and I am going to show you what comes inside this box. All right, so it's the Fuse foiling system. So here is a brand new one here. And let me show you what you get. And this is the other thing that really excites me, okay? I'm going to tell you all the other details too in a second, but I want to tell you what comes in it. And you could hear that it's all ready to go. See, it turned green and it's all ready to go. Okay,
Yeah,
yes.
It is available on the site right
It is
now.
available on our website right now. Yep.
Under new.
Under what's new.
What's new.
Yep, and I'm sure Sammy is checking it. So if there's any problem or anything, I'm sure that she will address it, because we're all here at work today. We wanted to release this while we were at work. Now, inside this box, you're not only going to get the Fuse, but you're going to get $32 worth of poly glaze and foil. We decided to do this at an introductory price of $69.95 for the whole thing. You get the Fuse foiling machine. You get a $32 plus, it's actually a little more than $32, pack of everything that you need. So you can start foiling right outside of the box. And these aren't little mini packs. These are full packs. So let me show you what you get. So ThermoWeb did 2 special packs for me so that you would have a little bit of a couple different things, but then you get a full amount of foil. You get a pack of 14 karat and sterling. So there's silver in here too. 14 karat and sterling foil. So you can do silver and gold. Now, you know we're in holiday season, so we got to do silver and gold. You also get a pack, because this is the limited Amethyst edition. You get a pack of the Wild Lilac and a brand new foil that's going to be coming to ThermoWeb called Amazing Amethyst. And that's a little clue, because I'm going to be doing an entire gemstone line of foil coming up with ThermoWeb. And the colors that you're going to see coming out, oh my God, they're amazing. But we're starting with Amazing Amethyst, and we put it in this kit. So you're going to get both of these. Now, you know, these foil packs, they're, you know, that's probably what, $6.95 each. So foil. Okay. Then you're going to get, let's see what else is in here. Okay. So you've got your owner's manual that's going to tell you everything that you need to know about the fuse. I don't think they're sold out yet. I don't know. Some people are saying they're still looking for them. But this has a step-by-step instruction booklet that I wrote. So if there's typos in there, please don't let me know. Because I had to write it in English, in Spanish, and in French. So I got a little bit of help, but I'm sure it's not perfect. But this is the Fuse Owner's Manual. And then my manufacturer offered me some foil. So I left this in here. I told them to put it in here. And the reason why I told them to put it in here is because it's not very good. It was going to cost me the same whether I took it or I didn't take it. I decided I wanted to take it because I wanted you to be able to feel the difference of the ThermoWeb foil, the thickness of it and the sturdiness of it, and this kind of cheaper foil that comes with these machines. I feel like when you get foiling machines that come with this foil and you don't have great results, you might be disappointed in the machine. It's not the machine, it's the foil. Well, I mean, you want the great machine, but this foil isn't that great. But I left it in there so you could have a little, like a taste test, you know, you could feel the difference. And it does work. It's just not as sturdy. Then they offered me the opportunity to put 2 toner cards in just as samples for foiling. So I have these 2 designs that we are going to eventually release in Polyglaze. But I wanted you to have a toner card right away so that you could see how beautiful this foils on black toner as well as Polyglaze. So these are the beautiful balloons and these are the butterflies. So you get these. And then you get a carrier sheet. So this is the carrier sheet that comes with the machine. You can also buy refill packs of the carrier sheets. They come in a 2-pack, and it shouldn't be out of stock, Catherine. Tom, can you just go check with Sammy and make sure that it's not out of stock? It shouldn't be out of stock yet. So this is the carrier sheet that comes with, and Tom, before you leave, can you put my picture up in the corner so I can be talking to them? So this is the carrier sheet that comes with it. It's a plastic carrier sheet. It conducts a lot of heat, and it's really a good carrier sheet. However, this machine is also designed to work beautifully with the ThermoWeb carrier sheets, and those are those parchment carrier sheets that are silicone lined, and they conduct heat beautifully. Now, here's a little tip for you. If you want extra heat, you can take one of ThermoWeb's carrier sheets and cut it down to fit inside of here. And that silicone sheet will act as a shim, and it will create extra heat for your project. Plus, you can use them if this crinkles or you decide that you want to have a lot of things going at once. You can buy the pack of the ThermoWeb carrier sheets, and you can use them in conjunction with this carrier sheet. Okay, Sammy said they're up for sale and everything should be working just fine. They're not out of stock. Click the What's New category. All right, now you're going to get 3 full packs of Polyglaze. You're going to get, and this is where that celebration came in, because we geared our Polyglaze around my birthday. So these are birthday Polyglaze sheets. So we've got the birthday cheer foiling sheets. This has 3 different birthday groupings, and I made these so that they would work with our rectangle dies and our oval dies. So just as an example, I cut this one out with a rectangle die, and you can see how beautiful that foiled. And these are nice to pop on, so when you've got these gorgeous foiled backgrounds, you can layer this in black and pop it on, and you can have a nice, big, bold birthday greeting. So we've got that. Now we also have the happy swirls. I'm a big flourish girl. I love flourishes. And I feel like this is great for any kind of card. It doesn't have to be a birthday card, but it is just a fun, happy background that can be used for your Christmas cards, for whatever you want. And remember, these are full 10 packs of polyglaze. These are full sheets of polyglaze. So somebody said it's not listed under what's new. Use the search box. Okay, just type in the search bar Fuse. It should be under what's new. And Sammy, if you're watching, if you could try. Oh, it's under Fuse foiling system. Okay, on the sidebar, look up Fuse. Look up Fuse. And we'll see if we can end up getting it in the what's new category. We'll try to do that as well. So you have these beautiful happy swirls, and I want to show you what these look like foiled, because I foiled this one and then I ink blended on top of it. But look at that. Isn't that beautiful? All of that shine. Woohoo. Oh, Anita said it is Wonder What's New. My goodness. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to leave the rest of those questions then up to customer service, because people are finding it. So this is what this looks like. And I just used a little bit of our medium lilac and a little powder blue over that with ink blending. Isn't that pretty? And I foiled it with the wild lilac. Okay, so then one of my favorite ones, you get a whole pack of this one called Crystals and Gems. And this plays off the amethyst, plays off my love of crystals and my first ring that my parents ever bought me. And I want to show you how beautiful this looks. So I did this here. I actually foiled it with the new Amazing Amethyst foil, and I colored it with colored pencils and Gamsol. So I don't know if you guys were able to, if you've ever tried coloring, but you can use colored pencils and Gamsol. Am I blurry, Tom?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay. All right. So I just wanted to color this one. Isn't that so pretty? I mean, you got to mix your your different mediums together. Okay, so that comes in the box as well. So you've got all this polyglaze, all of this beautiful foil. You've got a couple little toner cards to give it a try. You've got the carrier sheet, you've got the manual, and you've got the Fuse foiling system, all for only $69.95. We really wanted to make this affordable. Now, this is an introductory offer. Once we work through this round of machines, we are going to be doing something different next time, because the Amethyst is a limited edition color, and this foil pack, this gift pack is limited as well. Okay, so with that in mind, I think that we should foil something. Don't you guys think? Oh, and I do want to tell you a little bit more about it. Okay, so it's got a small profile. You can see it's very small. See how small that is? Because I'm pretty small. It's very small. It's got a 6-inch opening. It's actually a little bit bigger than 6 inches. So it is 6 1/4 inches, I believe. The carrier sheet is 6 1/4 inches. So that will fit in there with no problem. Okay. Let's see. I want to just make sure I'm not missing anything. Yep. Okay. I think we covered everything. I had all my little notes here that I wanted to make sure that I got everything to you. All right. So let's foil something. I have been dying to foil since I foiled the pieces, and you get to see what the pieces that come in the pack look like. These beautiful things. And this is the toner one. Look at that. It's perfect. It foiled that toner perfectly. That is the wild lilac. Okay. So the cover sheets, I'm not sure what a cover sheet is, but if you're talking about the carrier sheet, you get a carrier sheet in it, and we also have extra carrier sheets that you can buy separately as well. All right, so what I was thinking of doing today is I was thinking of using this pack. Let me find it. I don't know what I did with it here. I was moving things all around, so I better be able to find it. Or Tom, I'm going to make you go get me another one. It was, let me find it. I want to actually do some stenciling. So I'm thinking about using a stencil, and I'm thinking about using some of our Christmas greetings here. our holiday greetings. And Tom, the one here it is, I want to use this poly glaze. Now, this was released for Christmas, and this is our Flurries poly glaze. This is one that you absolutely have to get. If you are into foiling at all, or you're thinking this price point makes it easy, this takes up hardly any room too. It's really super tiny. I have a really tiny hand, and I can just I can pick this thing up with my one hand. It's really small, and it's really just the perfect size for a card maker. So if you're getting into it, pick this one up because you will not be disappointed with the things that you can do with this. This is a beautiful, light, little snowy looking pattern that's perfect for just behind. It's $69.95, Joan. I said $69.95. I'm sorry if I slurred my words there. $69.95 for the fuse, and it comes with the free $32 foil and polyglaze pack. Okay, so I'm going to do one of these, and I want to use our sterling. Now, I've been using a lot of gold in my projects, but I'm going to use sterling for this because the sterling is absolutely stunning, and I haven't really given it much love. So I opened up one of the packs, and I cut some in half. I've got a piece of sterling right here to use. And then, like I said, if you want a little bit of extra shim in here, just cut a piece of that. I don't have any of those here with me. I think we've been selling out of the ThermoWeb carrier sheets left and right. We're having a hard time keeping them in stock, and I got to order more. But if you have the carrier sheets with the silicone lining, you can make a shim that goes in here to even make it a little tighter and a little hotter. But I'm going to just do it without the shim right now because I want to show you that it works great. Now, let me see here. I've got all my stuff everywhere because I was playing all day yesterday. And I have to tell you that if you love foil, I have something special coming out with ThermoWeb next week that you're going to love to use with your new fuse. Okay. So one of the things that I highly recommend is getting yourself some lint-free dusters. And I use Swiffer dusters. Oh, I do want to mention, because I did see this, it does not have an international plug. It does not have a European plug. Now, I know some of my friends from Europe, I've been talking to some of my European friends, and they say, oh, I'll just get an adapter. No big deal. I've got a drawer full of adapters because I buy things from the US all the time. We didn't want to do a European plug on this because it was a limited edition. And we're just testing it out. We want to see how it goes. We want to see if you guys like it before we start, because we have to buy a lot of these, like thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of them in order to get them, to get exactly the one that we want and how we want it. So we wanted to try it first with the US and Canada plug. I think it's the North American plug, they call it. And then we would add the European plug possibly on the next one. We are not 100% sure. It really depends on how well this one is received. Okay, so I wanted to get that out of the way. Now, we have opened this up to all of our European retailers, and some of them are concerned because of the plug. Others are concerned because there's a lot of taxes that go around when you're trying to ship machines, but we do ship worldwide. So if you want it and you can't find it at a European retailer or an Australian retailer, you can get it from us, but I would always check first on our website where it says our retailers. Check that tab to see if there's a retailer somewhere in your country or around where you are, because you could avoid taxes and you can get much cheaper shipping and stuff. Okay, so I always use Swiffer dusters, and I like to dust over the surface of my piece of polyglaze, or if I'm using a toner sheet, I like to dust over the toner sheet. The tiniest speck of dust can block the foil from fusing to the polyglaze or fusing to your toner. And now I'm going to do the same thing on the back of this piece of sterling foil, because again, we don't want anything to prohibit the fusion of this foil. Now I'm going to, it's a quiet machine. Yes, it is pretty quiet. If you hear anything right now, that's a truck going by. Okay, so I am going to pop this foil on top. And then I'm going to use the fold side of my carrier sheet and I'm going to run it through the machine. And this is the hard part. Wait, I know. Well, actually, I have to tell you that we are working with a company right now to make our own cloths like this that are going to be like 1,000,000 times less expensive than Swiffers, because Swiffers are very expensive. They're very expensive. Now, you can use the same Swiffer over and over and over again. I mean, I can dust my whole living room with one Swiffer. Well, maybe not right now. It's pretty dusty, but usually I can go through with one Swiffer. And that's a lot of dust compared to the little bit of dust that's going to be on the surface of this. So you could use one of these for months. But no, the Amethyst foil is only available inside this kit. It's the kit that comes with it. It's all limited edition right now. Okay, so now you can see, do you see how flat that is? Now, one thing I wanted to talk to some of you about, boy, it's like a little, like a mirror. I could check my lipstick in there. One thing I wanted to talk to you about foil is when you're foiling, foil has a grain. Now, it's not easy to see. For those of you who are like me that wear the readers, you will want to put your readers on. You may even want to boost up a, let's see. What does this say, Tom? I'm sorry. There's a sound. Oh, yeah. Well, you can hear it a little bit. You hear the rollers going around. Yes. But there is a sound. You hear that with any laminator. You'll hear the rollers moving. But it's not like a loud kind of machinery sound. Okay, so there is a grain to foil. So I recommend if maybe even getting a magnifying glass and looking at the back of your foil. And the lines will go in this direction. That's the way it should go through the machine. If the lines on your foil are going this way, turn the project in your carrier sheet and send it through so that the lines go this way. If the lines are going this way, you're going to get that nice flat foil. If I put it through this way, it would be all wrinkled and jumbled up. So you want to make sure that you have it going in the right direction. Okay, so this is cool. Let's take this off. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, can they see the stars, Tom?
Yes.
Oh, I love that. Okay. Oh, sorry, that was wind that came in and blew the camera. Okay. Yes, the price on the website is $69.95. That is the correct price. Now, you could take something like this and you could put it over the ThermoWeb toner paper, and then you could have those black stars, and that might be a really cool starry night background. Or if you wanted, you could get a piece of white cardstock, put a little tape at the top, tape this down, and then smooth it down and tape it at the bottom, and then you can get white stars. So there's all kinds of ways to use the negative piece. Yes, one more time about the grain. If you look at your foil, and you should probably look with like a magnifying glass, but you will see very, very thin lines going in one direction. The way the lines are going, that's the way it should feed through your laminator or your fuse. If you go in this direction, it'll be more bunched up. Now, you don't have to, here's the other thing, guys. You don't have to look. Just cut a small piece of foil and do a test piece. Once you do a test piece, you're going to be able to tell whether or not you have it going in the right direction. So I'm going to turn this machine off for a minute because we're going to start to make this project. All right. Sorry about that. We did have the microphone. You can move that back, Tom. I'm sorry. We had the microphone aimed right at the back of the fuse. If you saw how small my workspace is, it's pretty small. So where my microphone is and where the machine was very, very close together. Okay, so we are going to do a little bit of stenciling on top of this. So I am going to put a tiny little bit of tape back here, and I'm just going to tape that down. All right. And then I am going to put this on top of this because we want to get all these stars to show through. This is going to be so pretty. Oh, I love this. This is the Stellar Snowflake. Now, you can also do this with the new Snowflake. But I wanted to do one that was a little bit easier for today because I know I talked for so long about the machine and I wanted to actually, create a full project for you today. So let's see. Yes, there's still a gift with purchase with a large order. If you spend $75 or more, you will get our gift. Although I don't know if Sammy changed it. We have a new incentive that started today. So Sammy, if you're watching, make sure you change that incentive because it's so cute. And we know a lot of you have already purchased in October and you probably want something new. So you will be getting a new gift. So that's coming. All right. So I'm going to grab some blending brushes here. I'm going to get my purple brush and my blue brush, but I'm wondering, no, I think I'll do teal for this. I'm going to do teal and some purple. I told you guys I lost my teal thing. I shot it across the room at Tom. I didn't mean to, but it is what it is. And I'm going to get my little ink stand. And we're going to do some ink blending. So I'm going to use some sea glass ink. I'm going to do a mix of sea glass and a little bit of wild lilac. So this is going to be a turquoise and purple project. Might as well stick with the purple today, right? Yes, teal and purple. Well, if you notice, there is teal here. This is teal and this is purple and the button is teal. Okay, so I'm going to start with some sea glass.
Do you know the measurements of the machine?
The measurements of the machine. I do not, and my ruler is in my office, but it is very small. I don't know if it's on the box here. It is not on this box. It's probably in the manual, but we'll see if we can get the measurements on the machine. I think the whole box itself is like 15 by 5 by 7. Something like that. But it's got all kinds of like styrofoam in there. So it's way in from that.
That's confusing.
I know. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know exactly. We could measure it if you want to grab a ruler. And I know there's a ruler on my desk. Okay. Poor Tom has been in and out. And then every time he opens, the camera overhead just shakes. So you can see I'm just ink blending over this entire thing. And I don't know if you guys have seen, but it's so easy to ink blend over foil. Now, I have had people say, do I foil first or do I ink blend first? And I'm going to always say foil first because you really don't want anything to stand between the poly glaze or your toner and your foil. You want that fusion to be totally crisp and you don't want anything blocking it. Okay, Tom brought me a ruler so I can measure the fuse really quickly. This is a 1-foot-long ruler. So it's about 1 foot long, maybe just a little bit more. Just 1 foot long. 1 foot long, like your subway, and about 4.5 inches the other way. So it should fit pretty much anywhere. Super convenient. Okay, so I've done that color. Now I think I'm going to add a little bit of deeper teal in here. I am going to use some turquoise sea. Okay. And I'm going to add that into here, into the center. Just a little bit. I want it to be a little deeper in the center. Then I'm going to add some purple into this because we have to do purple because today is purple day. So a little bit of wild lilac. Oh, good. I'm glad they got the new incentive up. Excellent. Yeah, it's super cute and it's great for so many things. It's really cute. All right, now I'm going to add a little bit of purple in here. We'll do it just like in here and then in this one.
And what size paper does it take? How big is the opening?
The opening, they call it a 6-inch opening, but it's about, the opening is about 6.5 inches and the carrier sheet is 6.25 inches. Okay, so let's take a look at what this looks like. I'm going to put a little more turquoise in here. I'm going to go deeper right here because I want that to be a little more like wisteria. There we go. Okay. Oh, that's so pretty. I love it. Now I'm going to get a paper towel and I'm going to rub over the surface of this. And then I want to show you how pretty this is with those little stars and dots all going through it. So let me get this off of here. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? You can see the new incentive just by typing the word incentive into the search bar. Oh, I love that. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay. All right. Now we are going to trim this down. I'm going to make this a super simple card today because I just wanted to get a little foil card in there for you. I don't even think I can post this as a picture. I think I'm going to have to post this as a video because I want you guys to see the sparkle of that sterling foil. That's unbelievable how pretty that is. Now I'm going to cut this down. I think I'm going to cut it with Master Layouts 1. So I'm going to get my die cutting machine here. I have too many crystals all over here, so I have no room. Let me move my crystals out of here. I've got them everywhere, and they're huge. I have some very big chunks of amethyst here. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to cut this down with Master Layouts 1 because I don't want to lose too much of the snowflake. You could do 2 if you want the little decorative edge, but I think Master Layouts 1 will be good for this. Now remember, this is also a great Christmas gift, the new fuse foiling system, for somebody that might want to foil. And it's also, we have payment plans now. So if, you're thinking you're wanting to get into foiling, but, you're on a budget and you think a payment plan would work better, we do have a payment plan option on our website. All right, so I want to get as much of that beautiful snowflake as possible. And the foil too. I think I'm going to go right about there. And here we go. Catherine, you're going to have so much fun choosing foil colors. Make sure you get some of our glitter foil too, because like the sparkling silver and that radiant red and all for the holidays. Oh, it's so beautiful. So check out the glitter foils. They're amazing. I should have done this with glitter foil. I didn't think of it, but that silver almost looks like glitter, doesn't it, Tom?
It's glittering.
Okay, so I'm going to add a black panel to the back of this. I have a panel that has I need a better piece of cardstock here. So Tom, I'm sure people still want a word of the day. Would you have a word of the day planned for today, or was purple the word of the day?
Well, I had some silly words of the day that have nothing to do with today, but I would say the word of the day is amethystical. This has been an amethystical experience.
It absolutely has.
Word of the day.
Oh, well, I will show you how I store my foils. Oh, I have this in sideways. I'll show you how I store my foils in a minute because I love the way I store my foils, and I'm going to show that to you. I'm sorry, this didn't go in right, so I'm going to recut this. I actually had it hanging off the plate, and if your die is not on the plate, it's not going to cut, believe it or not. It's hanging out in space, trying to cut into air. All right, here we go. We'll try it again. Amethystical. It's a great word. Amethystical sounds very magical. And then this is going to go on here, and I am just going to add a little black. I'm not going to foil it, even though, oh, I cut the wrong one the wrong way. I cut it with the same die. Tom, I cut it with the same die. Where's the other die? Did I lose I lost the other die, so I picked up the wrong one. All right, I'll just cut it by hand real quick.
See, you're getting a bit amethystical.
I'm getting all verklempt.
Going off the rails.
I'll cut it by hand. It's not a big deal. But I don't know where it went. And my microphone is all weird right now. It's shooting up at the sky. I don't think people can hear me. All right, I cut one by hand here just to save time because honestly, I don't know about you guys, but I put stuff down sometimes and it is completely gone in a minute. Although I did walk around for about 35 minutes yesterday looking for my cell phone while I was holding it. So there is that. Okay, I'm going to tape this together here. No, the incentive sets are never out of stock. They show out of stock because we don't allow customers to put them in their cart to purchase them because they are a gift with purchase. We only have it on the website so you can see it, but we will automatically add it to your order with your qualifying order. So don't worry, it's not out of stock. Now, I think a beautiful, maybe sea glass card base, although I do want to look at lovely lavender again because, oh, wouldn't that be pretty? Let's go for it. Let's go for lovely lavender again. Somebody asked why I usually make tent style cards instead of book fold cards. Today I'll do a book fold. But a lot of times our design people, designers in the industry, do tent style just because they look better when you're taking a photograph of a tent style where the fold is at the top. And book fold, they just don't look as good standing up when you're trying to photograph them. So I think that's why we started all doing that. Okay, there we go. So let's see how this looks. I don't know, maybe powder blue would look better, but that's kind of pretty. I kind of like that the color of the background isn't exactly in here. It's just like a third pop of color. Ooh, let's do it. Let's do it.
Boy, does the fuse come with a purple paper bag to breathe in?
It should, right? It really should. Now I'm just going to pop a little strip sentiment on here. And these are from our holiday sentiment sheets. But these are also done with toner. So you can foil these if you want. I'm not going to foil it because I feel like I need a pop of black on here. So you don't have to foil them. And what's nice is because they're printed with toner, they've got a little sheen to them. And that kind of looks nice too with the foil. So you've got sparkle in the foil, you have sheen in your greeting, and then you've got the little pops of black in there because you know I can't make a card without black, although I did the other day and I'm still feeling the effects. So I'm going to use one of our sentiment strip dies and cut one of these sentiment sheets. I'm not sure which one I want yet. Do I want it to fit tighter or do I want a little extra black? I think I'm going to go with the tighter fit here. So what's nice about these is too is if you use the Thermoweb Pixie tape, which I really love, it'll just peel right off of these. So if you get it onto you know, another greeting above or below, it's not going to be a problem. Also, you can use the Masking Magic strips to hold these down. I can't believe how many of my products Thermoweb makes. They make everything for me. All my adhesive stuff, and they make all of my foil.
Sorry, we just can't get to all the questions today.
Oh, are there so many?
So many.
Well, you can keep asking questions. The Thermoweb carrier sheet, you will have to cut down, but you would have to cut that down for any small laminator that you would have because they're pretty big. But it's nice because you get so many in there that if one wrinkles or you want to trim one down and use it as one of those silicone shims, it's super easy to do. You've got tons. You're not worried about wasting them at all. So you do cut them down to fit. All right, so I'm just going to pop this on here. think I'll just put it right down here so you see most of that snowflake. And we could add even a little sparkle in here if we wanted to add some sequins. We could do that too. Sequins and stars and shimmer. Oh my word. The sequins I would use are definitely micro disco ball, because I would want tiny ones. And let me get some of the Connect glue out here. And I think I'll just put like one sequin in the center here, and maybe I'll just do the big dots along the outside. You really don't need this. This is like overkill because the foil is so gorgeous. But we're doing it anyway, just that little bit. Now, I like to just let the Connect glue dry for a minute. I have a lot better luck when I'm using sequins. Should I use the micro or should I use the regular? Maybe I'll use the regular. I got them all mixed up anyway, so let's see. Maybe I'll use the regular ones. Let's put these back. I had a catastrophe where I dropped something. All my sequins are in little dishes. All my embellishments, I keep them in little dishes because I like to have them out and ready to go. Got my little pearls over here like this. And I dropped something on the table and all the plates just jumped up and sequins went everywhere. So they're pretty mixed up right now. So you might see a pearl in there, or you might see a dewdrop. There's a dewdrop. Okay, let's go with this size because I think this is going to look really nice. And it'll probably stand out a little bit more from the tiny stars. So if you let your glue dry for a second, it makes it very easy to put the sequins down. I said, and then it wasn't. Sometimes you can get glue too on your wax tip, so make sure you kind of clean that off every once in a while. Almost on this card. We got to give it away, Tom.
All right.
That's a big one. Find the right size here. Here we go. I feel like this one's too big. Let's pop that off. Put a little more glue in there, and then I'll do a little bit of a close-up so you can see. I will do a big sequin in the center. What I love about the disco ball is it tends to pick up whatever colors are around it. So, you know, in this case, we're using lots of blues and purples. But if we had greens going in here, a lot more of the green would get pulled out. It's just one of those ones that I reach for all the time because of that. So they're all over me. There we go. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Up close, should I zoom in a bit? Zoom in a little bit more and you can get all the shine. Look at that shine. Isn't that fun with that little flurry background? So you've got flurries and then that giant suitcase. Yeah, I still don't know where that die went. I'm looking at your comments going, don't feel bad. I do it too. Thank you for making me feel like we're all the same, because we are. We're just crazy crafters in messy spaces, just doing our best. That's who we are. All right, everybody. Well, what do you think? Isn't this exciting? You can get the fuse foiling system right now on our website, and lots of our retailers are carrying it. I've seen lots of their orders going out. A couple of our retailers already have it up on their websites, so you can check that as well. Also, some of our smaller brick and mortar stores are taking pre-orders, so you could check in with them as well. All right, everybody. Well, it is time, Tom. We're going to give this card away. And all right, there you are. I love how we match. Look, we match everything. We match the card. We match the fuse. We match the amethyst crystals. We match everything today. Okay, so who is going to be the winner of the very first fuse foiling system card?
Okay, easy drum roll, please. Ba-ba. Okay, Michelle Youngbauer. Michelle.
Yay, Michelle, congratulations. You are the winner of this card. All you have to do is send your name and address to info@ginakdesigns.com and we will get this card out to you. Well, everybody, thank you all so much for being here. We really had fun with you today. We hope that you're as excited at you are as excited as we are for the new fused foiling system. I'm telling you, this is the Rolls Royce of laminators. You're going to want to get one, and at an introductory price of $69.95 plus a $32 free gift pack in there. And if you just bump your order up $5 more, you're going to get an $11 stamp set as well. So what do you got,
and
Tom?
Just a quick apology for all of you viewers who did not get your questions answered. We will do our best to review and respond to as much as we can down the line, right?
Yes. And if you want to, just head over to our Facebook group and drop a question over there, because I'm in that group all the time and I'm happy to answer any questions. And also we have a team of people that can help answer questions. In case I'm not online, you can get your question answered right away. Now, we have some amazing videos from some of our friends who have joined us today to share their share the fuse on their channels. So make sure you head over to Jennifer McGuire's channel. She has a really neat video, 5 different ways to foil. Check out Kathy Zilski's video. Kathy and I were just texting right before I went live. And you know, Kathy is always amazing. Mindy Egan has a video, which is just incredible. And a lot of other designers that have joined us. I think Rebecca Keppel. I mean, there are so many who are making videos today, and I apologize if I don't have the list in front of me. I just know I saw some of those girls pop into the live today, so it was great to see you here, and I know everybody's excited to see what you do with the live. Nancy McCabe from the Foiling Snobs Club, she's doing a video, and she actually did an unboxing, which is really fun. So check out the Foiling Snobs group, because she's got a lot of really good information over there to get the most out of laminating. And the other night she was talking about, you know, different quality of toner sheets and toner cards and Thermoweb's toner cards, how good they are. So, you know, she's such a supportive person. Make sure you check out her stuff too. All right, everybody. Thank you all so much for joining me. I am going to do my best to share every single video from all of the amazing designers that are joining us today on my social media. So you can always check out my Instagram as well if you don't think you've seen them all. I'll share them in my stories, and I will share them in our Facebook group too. All right, everybody. I'm going to try to get a Foil It Friday card done tomorrow, because I just can't keep my hands off this machine. But in the meantime, you guys stay safe and healthy. Thank you all so much for joining us. We love you so very much, and we'll see you again real soon. Bye-bye.